still, we are live. So today's date's review is 1/30/2020. Okay. All right. Number one should be pretty easy. Hopefully it is. Okay. We're always going to undo it. So I'm just going to go subtract 2 to both sides, right?
Yep.
Minus 2, minus 2. 2's disappear. X equals 3. I'm hoping everybody will get that right.
I got that one wrong.
Okay, number 2 is a little bit tricky. You gotta be careful because we're going to undo it. This is a divide by, so I have to multiply by 4 to cancel out. So you times by 4, times by 4, and x is equal to 20. Okay. All right, number 3. Let's solve. Now, if it has one solution, tell me with a solution. So divide by 5, divide by 5, n is 4, right? So that is one solution. Okay. Number 4, I'll go minus 5, minus 5, cancels. X is equal to 12. That is one solution. Okay, when I look at 5, I need to tidy it up first. Okay, there's some things that we should do on this left-hand side. I'll put the 13 and the 10 together, and I'll have a 3p plus 23 equals 23 plus 3p. Well, that's the exact same equation. So, right, no matter what I put in, it's always going to be true, right? So it's many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Okay, you guys can do this, can't you? Okay, number 6. Let's go minus 7, minus 7. I've got a 4y equals 32. And if you're not good at times, grab a calculator, okay? Because if times and multiply is really difficult for you, just use a calculator. Because I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4, and it is 8, okay? So if dividing and multiplying is tough for you, use a calculator. Number 7. Am I going slowly enough? I'm going to first put these two t's together. Well, this is kind of weird because I'm going to have a 7.3 equals. This is t and a minus t. These two cancel each other out, right? So then I get 7.3 equals 11.5.
I think 7's the equation.
The answer's 3.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. So I get 3 equals 11.5, right? But there's no t. T's gone. So I can't solve for t.
No.
And 3 does not equal 11.5, so it's no solution, okay? Okay, shift it over to 8. If I get going too fast, let me know. I'm trying to go slowly for you. Okay, number 8. I'm going to tidy it up first. So I'm going to put the 4x and the 6x together. And I may as well also put my 8 and my negative 5 together. So I'm going to tidy up this side of the equation, the left-hand side. I'm going to make it a 10x, and I'll tidy up an 8 and a negative 5, make that a positive 3, equals 33. So I just tidied it up. I added 4x and 6x, and 8 and negative 5, and now I'm going to solve. Okay, I'll go minus 3, minus 3. I'll have a 10x equals 30. I'm running out of room, but I'll go divide by 10, x equals 3. You guys, everybody okay with that? I kind of didn't show that step, but I think by now you know what I did. Very great. I just went divide by 10, right? Okay, 9. Looks hard, but if we just take our time, we'll be okay. It might take some work, but I can do it. So I'm going to distribute. And I get a 10c plus, thank you, plus 35. Okay, I'm going to do that first. I'm going to distribute. Thank you. So I went 5 times 2, 10c, 5 times 7 is 35. I still have a minus 3c here, equals. And I'm going to distribute. I'm going to get a 7c plus 35. Okay, so I just have to tidy it up first before I solve. So I've distributed on both sides. Now I'm going to combine a 10c, subtract 3c. I'm going to combine those and get a 7c plus 35 equals, I like that. I already know the answer. 7c plus 35, it equals itself, right? So no matter what x I put in, it's always going to be true. So it's infinitely many solutions. So if the equation equals itself, it's the same on both sides, then it doesn't matter what x you put in because it will always be equal. All right, number 10. If fractions really bother you, change them to decimals and use a calculator, okay? But I can do fractions. I'm hoping you guys can too. So I'm going to put the b's together. Okay, I want you to think about this. We're going to use our brains. That's the same as 1.5, isn't it? Plus a half. I heard it.
One whole.
Yeah, right? So 1.5 plus 1, I get 1 whole, which makes 2, right? You guys agree? So I get 2b plus 6 equals 15 plus 2b. How am I doing? Okay. Now, minus 2b, 6, and the b's are gone. Right? The b's are gone. So I can't solve for b, and 6 does not equal 15, so there is no solution. Okay? Give me a show of hands up. Thumbs up. Everybody good? So tomorrow you can do problems like this. Okay?
Oh, we're having a test tomorrow?
Yeah. And you can use this. Okay, number 11. How many degrees are in a triangle?
180.
Good. So I'm going to take all three angles. I'm going to go 90 plus 5x plus x equals 180. Okay? And the 90 is because of the 90 degrees. Yeah, totally right. Totally right, Lane. So 90 plus 5x. So let's go ahead and solve for x. Well, I've got 5x plus a 1x. So I got a 90 plus a 6x equals 180, right? Minus 90, minus 90. 6x equals 90. Divide by 6, divide by 6. Is that 15? I think it's 15. So x equals 15. Now, if I ask tomorrow, which I will, what are these two angles, then that's not hard. I know this angle is 15 degrees because it's x, right? This angle is 5 times 15 because x is 15, right? This angle is 75 degrees. Does that make sense how I got that?
Yes.
If x is 15, I put 15 in for here. And 5 times the 15 is 75. Okay, you guys ready for me to turn the page? Okay. All right. Here comes the hard ones, but we're going to take our time. Before I even start, make yourself a note. 2 answers. Okay? Make yourself a note. 2 answers. Absolute value, 2 answers. To get 2 answers, I need 2 equations. So on 12, I'll have a b minus 12 equals 15, and I'll have a b minus 12 equals negative 15. You've got to have the negative, okay? Because with absolute value, a positive and a negative both work, okay? So I made it equal to 15 and to negative 15, okay? So now with 2 equations, I can get 2 answers. So I'm going to go plus 12 plus 12. I got b equals 27. 1 answer, right? I'm also going to go on the other equation and go plus 12 plus 12, and I got b equals negative 3. There's my 2 answers. I got my 2 answers from 2 equations. I got my 2 equations by making one of the answers positive and the other answer negative. Okay? Okay, example 13. Same way. 2 answers. So we're going to go 2k plus 6 equals k, and yeah, 2k plus 6 equals negative k. Now the negative k is going to be easier if I make it a negative 1. It's just going to help me if I make it a 1. Okay? And the same thing here. If I make it a 1, it just makes it easier. Now it's an invisible 1, but it's going to help me if I put the 1 there. It's an invisible 1, but if I put the 1, it's going to help. So if I solve, I'm going to go first, I'm going to go minus 2k, because that'll get rid of it, right? And minus 2k here. So if I have k's on both sides, I got to get rid of one of them. I decide to get rid of the 2k because then I'll just have a 6, right? So I have 6 equals negative 1k. I'll divide by negative 1. 6 divided by negative 1 is negative 6. Okay, these are a little bit harder, but we'll go through them. Okay, on this one, if I go minus 2k minus 2k to solve for it, that's gone. So if 6 equals a negative 3k, because negative 1k and a negative 2k make a negative 3k, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, but negative 2 equals k. All right, 2 answers. All right, we're almost there. We're getting there. 14. So we want to solve for y. And if I want to solve for y, I've got to get rid of the 5x. That's easy. We'll just go minus 5x. Minus 5x to both sides. Do it to both sides. Okay, now, easy question. What is 2 minus 5x? Yeah, it's just 2. You can't really subtract them, can you? That's a 2, that's a number, and that's an x. So we get y equals just 2 minus 5x. You cannot subtract those. One's an x, one's a number, right? Okay, slide over. 15. I think this is our warm-up problem, but we'll do it again, okay? So, Emma, I think this is one you had to do, right? I think so. So here's what I'm going to do. I got to solve for y, but I got too many y's. I'll say it again. I got to solve for y, but I have too many y's, right? So I'm going to get rid of one of the 2 y's. I'm going to get rid of the smallest one. So I'm going to subtract 3y, subtract 3y. That's the first thing I'm going to do. If I have to solve for y, I've got too many y's. Let's get rid of one of them, get rid of the smallest. So I've got a 2x plus a 2y equals 8. Okay? Okay, now I got to solve for y, right? So let's get rid of the 2x. Let's get rid of, because I want y by itself. Let's get rid of the 2x. I'm going to go, okay, minus 2x. And on the other side, I'm minus 2x. So what is 8 minus 2x? I'll say it again. Yes. What is 8 minus 2x?
8 minus 2x.
Good answer. Totally, because you can't subtract them. So I've got a 2y equals an 8 minus 2x, right? I'm almost done. So I'm going to divide by 2 everything, right? Divide everything by 2. And I get y equals 4 minus a 1x. You don't need the 1, but I like it there, okay? Now, we did this one. Didn't we do nearly this exact one on our warm-up, right? So if I want to solve for h, let me go ahead and highlight the h so you see it. Here's my h, right? There's my h. Let's get rid of everything around it. So here's h. I want it all by itself. I'm going to get rid of the pi. Divide by pi.
Did we do this one in the world?
We did, yeah. It makes it easy to do it again, right? So then the pi's cancel, right? Let's divide by r squared. So the r squareds cancel. Now, all we're left with is h. That's what I want to do, right? But what we do on one side, you have to do the same thing on the other side to keep it balanced, right? So I'm going to divide by my pi r squared here. So here I've got v divided by pi r squared. Volumes, h is by itself, right? Solve for h. Now I'm going to use my formula. So the good thing now is I can put the 628 in for v. I can put the 10 in for the radius, and I can solve for the h. So I'll go 628. I'm going to put that in for my volume. Divided by pi times my 10 squared. I'm going to be really careful with my calculator. I'm going to make sure, if you guys do the same thing, I'm going to make sure I have parentheses there, right? So if I use my calculator, I'm just going to be careful. I heard somebody who said, and it was Braden. Braden, you said enter, right? And you can do it as enter, enter, enter. Totally correct. So you don't need the parentheses, right? But I'm going to use parentheses, okay? 628 divided by parentheses pi times 10 squared. You guys see how I have my calculator? There it is. When I got a new screen, who knows? It might show up even better. See how I have it? Push enter. And my radius must be, or my height must be about 2. I got 1.999, so I'm going to round that up to 2. H equals about 2. Okay? Almost done. Almost done. Okay, 17. Okay, at a book fair, a tote book costs $5 and books cost $3.50 each. Now, think about this. I'm going to buy one bag, correct? I'm not going to buy any more than one bag. So my cost is going to be 5 for sure, plus so many of these. So here's my equation. I like C for cost instead of Y, because it's a cost, isn't it? It's going to cost me. So C is equal to my $5, because that's my book bag, plus 3.5. I'm going to put B for books. You guys okay for B for books? And if you use Y's and X's, I would take, but why not use C's and B, cost and books, okay? All right, I got an equation, right? Now, you spent a total of 19. So that's going to be a cost, isn't it? So I'm going to put 19 here. Right? And I'm going to solve. So I'm going to go minus 5, minus 5. I get 14 equals 3.5b. And divide by 3.5 on both sides. Is it? Probably, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's 4. So I'm going to buy 4 books, okay? Easy? Thumbs up? Okay, now, last but not least, how many degrees total?
360, right?
Good, it's 360. Totally right. It's a quadrilateral 360. So I'm just going to go x plus 78 plus 60 plus 72 equals 360, okay? Just going to go this plus this plus this plus this. You guys got it? Well, let's see. If I use my calculator, which I'm going to. Did you get it already? 210? Thank you. X plus 210. Thank you. Didn't have to do it. Okay, equals 360, right? Just add them all up. Minus 210 minus 210. X is equal to 150 degrees. Okay? What do you think? Okay, now I do have a homework assignment for you.